Hello and welcome back to my channel, guys. The topic for today's video is going to be the analysis of the 2022 Qatar Grand Prix. Yes guys, in case you missed the race or you saw the race yesterday, stick till the very end of this video, because in this video we're not just going to show you a list of the top 10, but we're going to dive a little bit deeper and try to do some analysis on the Qatar Grand Prix about what happened yesterday. So guys, yesterday was the first round and what a race we had. You just couldn't have thought who were the riders who finished on the podium. It was so unpredictable. It was so fun. So stick around till the end of this video, guys, because you are going to get a dose of some analysis even if you have seen the race or you haven't. So guys, first let's talk about Honda. Honda have seriously bought in a really improved motorcycle for the 2022 season, and their improvements have directly translated into performance. As the race began, guys, on lap 1 going into turn 1, both the Repsol Hondas were in P1 and P2 respectively, and the dominant show continued with Paul Espargaro, who at one point in the race had a very comfortable lead and it looked as if he was all set to win the race. But guys, the only thing that went wrong in this fairy tale for Paul was that tire wear caught up to him, and because of that Enea Bastianini was able to overtake him. Even Brad Binder was able to overtake him, and that is the main problem with Paul. But guys, all was not lost, because Paul did still finish on the podium, and that is a great start for him when it comes to the 2022 MotoGP season. He was struggling last season. He has announced his arrival this season. What could be better, guys? Also guys, the baby alien Marc Marquez is never far away from the action. He had a very solid finish as well. From that, guys, let's talk about Ducati. Ducati is a fiercely competitive motorcycle. We all know that it is one of the best motorcycle, if not the best motorcycle in MotoGP right now. But guys, which Ducati did you expect to see on the podium? I expected either the factory Ducati of Pecco Bagnaia or Jack Miller to make it onto the podium, or I did expect Jorge Martin to be on the podium after the superb qualifying that he showed on Saturday. But guys, we all were surprised. Guys, before we talk about which Ducati finished on the podium, let's talk about the incident between Pecco Bagnaia and Jorge Martin. Yes guys, Pecco Bagnaia had a crash and he washed away Jorge Martin with him, guys. Both bikes with the riders were down in the gravel traps. Yes guys, but the good part from this incident was that Pecco immediately went up to Martin, talked to him, tried to console him, and Martin was really received the apology very well as well, and the sportsman spirit is what won. So that was great to see. But both Pecco Bagnaia and Jorge Martin, the winning favorites of this race, were down in the gravel trap. But that does not mean, guys, the Ducati wouldn't reign supreme. Ducati still won, and the winning Ducati was Enea Bastianini of the Gresini Racing team. What a race he had, and what a way to announce his arrival into the 2022 MotoGP season. He did dedicate this victory to Fausto Gresini, who passed away just about a year ago due to COVID. From that, guys, let's talk about KTM. KTM had an amazing race as well. First, let's talk about Miguel Oliveira. He did not have a very good race. He did crash out. But the main man to talk about was Brad Binder. What a superb and a splendid race Brad Binder has had. Whenever KTM needs a result, a very strong result, Brad Binder is the man that comes up with a very strong result. He finished in P2, and what a superb ride he had. Towards the end, he even tried challenging Enea Bastianini for the win, but it was too little too late for Brad, but nevertheless a superb ride. Guys, we have seen in the Sepang test as well as the Mandalika test that KTM, when compared to other manufacturers, did not look really strong. But when it comes to the race, they've brought in their A game. And I guess, guys, from this we can actually take a very important lesson. That is, do not judge the teams based on pre-season testing, because once the racing happens, everything could just change. From that, guys, let's talk about Aprilia. So guys, before we see how the Aprilia riders done, I noticed something and I want to share it with you. When the Aprilia of Aleix Espargaro was actually battling with the Hondas on the start-finish straight, I noticed something, guys. The Hondas were not really able to just zip past the Aprilias like they used to before and leave them in their dust. The Aprilia was very competitive. This shows us that the Aprilia, the new motorcycle, has actually fixed the problem that it had with the straight line speed and the top speed. Those problems have been fixed, and now the motorcycle is much more competitive, and it showed throughout the race yesterday, guys. That is some great news for Aprilia, some very positive news. And Aleix Espargaro put the Aprilia in P4, just missed out on the podium, but what a solid performance it was. Also guys, Suzuki had a solid performance. Suzuki finished in P6 and P7, Mir in P6, Rins in P7. Solid race for Suzuki. Also guys, when it comes to Yamaha, they were thoroughly disappointing. Fabio Quartararo finished below in P9. That is not expected from your reigning world champion. I expected a much stronger showing from him, but P9 is what it is. And Franco Morbidelli finished down in P11. So that is what happened with Yamaha. Not a very good performance. Also guys, I leave a top 10 list on your screens right now. You can see who were the top 10 finishers yesterday. See if your favorite rider made it into the top 10 or he did not. So guys, that was it for this video. These were the most important events and the talking points from the Qatar GP 2022. First round is done and dusted. We are waiting for the second round. And guys, if you like this video, if you actually like the analysis, hit the like button. If you dislike what you see by any chance, hit the dislike button twice. Also guys, if you're new to my channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, ding the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.